Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video, I'd like to speak with you about the latest LMI numbers for November that'll tell us how we're going to close out December and get into 2025. But first, roll the intro. Welcome back. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses and your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased on owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always, guys, big thank you for all the likes you provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming. And let's talk about the end of year. The time of year generally shows a little bit tighter capacity, more freight availability, and that is what we're seeing. But what I wanted to look back on is all the way out back to October, look at November, look at what we're seeing currently in December, which you'll see in a second part of this video. Excellent numbers to report on, and basically how we're going to close out 2024, get into 2025. When is that recovery actually happening? So far, everyone seems to agree it's going to be spring of 2025. More precisely, March is when you should be looking for these changes. But is that true or is it not? I tend to believe and have been saying for some time that, spring, March, April, around that time, that's when we're going to start seeing changes in the market. For now, we have, different data sources that we can rely on. We can back test data. And one of these sources is going to be the LMI, the Logistics Managers Index, something that we explore or try to explore at least monthly as they release the new monthly reports. Now, currently, transportation pricing remains robust. We continue to see this in the rates that that dispatch is generating for our customers. This is signaling continued rate increases. Again, something we continue to see, and as you'll see in the second portion of this video. Now, as far as capacity and utilization, they are balancing themselves out. And looking back into October, for example, if we're looking at spot market rates, we'll also look at some of the information for contract as well, because that is a leading market indicator, those rates. So for spot rates, vans, reefers, and flatbeds back in October of this year, just barely, they actually grew faster in the spot market than they did in the contract market, which is a very good sign. Now, year over year, increases in freight volumes were also seen across the board for those three basic equipment types, and they benefit all equipment types. So again, very good stuff. Now, if we look at ATA, I know that in the past, I've always talked about the ATA generally works with the larger companies, mainly going to be in the contract market. So what are they looking at now? This is mainly companies with when they're looking at small companies, those are ones smaller than, let's say, 1,000 employees, I believe is the metric that they use. Now, ATA's tonnage index actually showed recovery for large carriers. So those are guys over 1,000 employees. While what they're saying is that small carriers, such as yourselves, such as the vast majority of the trucking industry, small carriers can capitalize on this rising volume. And I often don't agree with the ATA, but I certainly have to agree that as the big boys, as the market makers move the markets, the rising tides will be rising volume, freight availability, tonnage, and of course, freight rates if market capacity allows for it. So another way to look at it is that major carriers have been cutting tractors in the third quarter. So that could also be attributed to tightening capacity. So you never know. It could also be boosting rates as less trucks are available in the market. But I somehow doubt that that's actually what's moving the market. What I think is actually happening is holiday demand, holiday season, peak season, holiday demand. It could drive rates higher. It could drive to higher paying loads. And you can certainly expect that along with higher competition. And we're definitely seeing that in the freight markets as the guys are competing with other carriers, with other owner operators, other drivers out there to get the better rates. So ultimately, looking at recovery, again, it's set to continue in a positive direction in 2025 with steady economic improvements throughout the year, closing out this year, getting into next year, and gradual rate growth. They're saying don't expect anything, extraordinary. There are going to be some spikes here and there, but generally positive trajectory. So really, really good news. The numbers look good. I look forward to sharing that with you guys. If you haven't done so, if you would please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. If you have any questions, comments, anything at all, please leave your comments in the comment section below. But then I'll switch over the camera. We'll look over loads that we book for our customers, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these loads. Guys, a bunch of vans and a reefer. The numbers are spectacular. Go and get started with Greg pulling a dry van. He's an old customer that recently came back to us as his first week with us, and I think they're pretty happy. Greg's pulling a dry van out of Chelsea, Michigan. Took one pick, 3 dropper, going to Cheyenne, Wyoming, Denver, Colorado, and a final in Aurora, Colorado. It's a 32,000 pound load of food products. 1,289 loaded miles, booked at $3,400, got him $264 a loaded mile. Then right out of Aurora, Colorado, 0 deadhead to Billings, Montana. It's a 14,000 pound load, light load of domestic appliances. 560 loaded miles, booked at $1,300, got him $232 a loaded mile on that one. Then right out of Billings, 0 deadhead, very efficient dispatching, coming out to all the way to Wilton, New York. It's a 40,000 pound load of bentonite. 2,050 loaded miles, booked at $4,700, got him $229 a loaded mile. An excellent job out of Montana coming out east. Way to go. So he actually ran for 6 days, Monday to Sunday, ended up grossing, get this, $9,400 in 6 days. In today's market, ran 3,899 loaded miles, ton of miles, but get this, only 12 miles of deadhead. Ended up getting $241 a loaded mile and $240 with all miles included. So absolutely fantastic job. Both driver and dispatcher in this case, a very good timing, absolutely insignificant deadhead and an awesome gross and average rate per mile and a drive end. You expect stuff like this from reefers. Excellent job, Greg. Way to go, guys. Next, moving on to, let's take a look. Mike pulling a reefer coming out of Fairview, Oregon. It's a 1 pick, 3 dropper going to Russellville, Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, and a final in Texarkana, Arkansas. Now it's a 40,000 pound load of frozen blueberries, temperature set at -10 continuous, 2,331 loaded miles, booked at $6,900, got him $296 a loaded mile. Then Sunnyvale, Texas, going to Newport, Michigan. It's 17,000 pound load of frozen bakery products, -10 on the reefer again, 1,140 loaded miles, booked at $19.95, got him $1.75 to get out of there. So good money in, and really good money coming out of there as well, considering the circumstances. Ultimately, Monday to Monday, 7 days on the road, Mike running his reefer, grossed $8,895 in gross, ran 3,471 loaded miles, got a fantastic rate of 256 a loaded mile, and all in 244 with deadhead included, 170 miles a deadhead on this one. So an awesome job. Fantastic gross and average for this reefer. Way to go. Now let's take a look. Next we got Rogelio. Rogelio's got a Wilmington, California dry van coming out to Huntington, Indiana. It's a 40,000 pound load of wheels, stacked and palletized, good to go. 2,170 loaded miles at $4,900, gets you $226 a loaded mile. Then Dunkirk, Indiana to Jacksonville, Florida. It's a 43,000 pound load of glass packaging, 926 loaded miles, booked at $2,700, got him $292 a loaded mile, almost $3 on that one. An excellent job. Friday to Friday, 7 days on the road, $7,600 in gross, over $1,000 a day, only 48 deadhead miles, 3,096 loaded miles, ended up with 245 per loaded mile and just 242. Just dropped to 242 all in. So an excellent job there, Rogelio. Way to go, sir. Hopefully you can enjoy Jacksonville, Florida a little bit there as well. Next, we're moving on to Antonio. An excellent job here. Dry van coming out of Chillicothe, Missouri, going to Sioux Falls or Sioux City, Iowa. It's a light load. Loaded drums, 8,100 pounds in total, 296 loaded miles, quick run for $950, got him $321 a loaded mile. Then Rock Alley, Iowa to Hastings, Nebraska, 9,940 loaded miles, again, under 10,000 pounds, general product freight, very light load, 313 loaded miles at $1,100, got him $351 a loaded mile. Then it didn't disappoint out of there. 0 deadhead, Hastings, Nebraska, coming out to East Camden, Arkansas, 25,000 pound light load of plastic pipes and boxes, also palletized stuff, 764 loaded miles at $1,700, got him 223 a loaded mile. Then Stuttgart, Arkansas, coming out to Apopka, Florida. It's a 42.5 load of white rice, 909 loaded miles at $3,000. Got him 330 a loaded mile. Guys, excellent job. Finished off with Omega, Georgia to Pontego, North Carolina. So it's a 33,000 pound load of reusable plastic packaging, 602 loaded miles, booked at 970. Finished off the week, $161 a loaded mile there. Now get this. Antonio ran Monday to Monday, 7 days on a road, gross $7,720 in gross, 2,884 loaded miles, 414 deadhead miles, so a little bit up there, but they did a great job moving them around. A lot of light load, a lot of fuel saved here. Ended up with 7,720 gross for the week, 268 a loaded average at 2,884 loaded miles. That dropped them off to 234 with deadhead included. So I would say very respectable, a lot of fuel saved, and the rate, even with deadhead, is still very good. Next, moving on to Ryan. Ryan's coming out in the dry van, Lewiston, Idaho to Anoka, Minnesota. It's a 44K load of sporting goods. 1,358 loaded miles at 3,150 gets you 232 a loaded mile. Then Mankato, Minnesota to St. Elmo, Illinois, 7,000 pound load of dry food goods, 567 loaded miles at $1,100. Got him a $1.94 on that one. Finished off real strong at Bridgeton, Missouri, going to Denver, Colorado with a 25,000 pound load of commissary goods, 835 loaded miles, $2,300 booked. Got him $275 on the dot. So an excellent job there. Ryan ran Monday to Monday, 6550 gross for the week, 2760 on a loaded miles, 184 deadhead miles. Got him 237 a loaded mile, dropped him down to 222 all in. And last but certainly not least, we got Oscar, also dry van, 2 picks, 1 drop. New Orleans, Louisiana, and Gulfport, Mississippi, going to West Memphis, Arkansas. It's a 40,000 pound load of consumer goods, 452 loaded miles at 1145, got him 253 a loaded mile. Then right out of Memphis, pretty much zero deadhead, coming out to Fredericksburg, Virginia. It's a 42,000 pound load of healthcare products, 820 loaded miles, $2,060. Got him 251 a loaded mile. That $60 really helped push it over to 250. Then West Point, Virginia to Germantown, Wisconsin, 44.5 load roll stock, bringing him back 939 miles loaded, booked at 1415. Got him a $1.51. Certainly worth it, because out of Germantown, Wisconsin, zero deadhead, took him a load to Manchester, Tennessee. It's a 43K load of dry food. 648 loaded miles at $1,800, got him 278 a loaded mile. Certainly made up for the difference and still kept deadhead at a minimum. Here's the thing. Oscar ran Tuesday to Tuesday, 7 days on the road, $6,420 in gross, 2,859 loaded miles, got 106 deadhead. That's nothing. Which got him to 225 a loaded mile and brought him down to 217 with that head included. So another excellent week. Way to go, gentlemen. Way to go. Excellent job. Welcome back, and thanks for sticking around. Guys, as you can see, the rates are fantastic. Week after week, as of late, we've had really great rates, really great miles, really fantastic freight, and a lot of our customers are very happy. Now, if you're not seeing the kind of money that we showed you this week and the past several weeks, and to be honest, over the last 5 years, weekly, we've been producing these videos for you guys to show you that you can really make good money in any market, under any market conditions. Now, if you're not making this type of money, if you're working way too hard for what you are making, if you're simply leaving money on the table, certainly get in touch with us. 801-448-6363. Call or text that number, or get on our website at aftdispatch.com. And until next week, guys, stay healthy, be wealthy, take care.